Hi everyone, welcome to this tutorial. Today we're going to be going through It's Your Choice. Such a helpful behaviour for starting to teach your dog some impulse control and teach them to essentially wait in order to get something that they want. I love It's Your Choice because you can start to teach dogs to offer behaviours in order to get what they want, as well as to teach them to kind of refrain from going for that resource straight away. So this is just going to be a basic introduction to impulse control, and It's Your Choice. There's another one on Zen Hand which I recommend you go and do before attempting this, just to help set your dogs up for success a little bit better. But there isn't anything to really say that you can't do this straight away. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some treats in our hand, make a fist. And if they leave the fist alone, we're gonna open our hand, give them a treat. If they mug the fist, if they're trying to lick it, if they're trying to paw it to get to the treats, we're just gonna ignore it and wait for them to back away from the treats in order to get them. This is Timon. He struggles with his impulse control, don't you, mate? And he's not quite as good at this as Pumbaa, my other dog, who is in the previous tutorial. So I'm going to use him today to show you what it's like with a dog that struggles a little bit more. So hopefully you can see the idea for a dog that struggles rather than a dog that does it really well. So the treats I'm using are whole cocktail sausages, because Timon has done a little bit of this before. So I just want to get him interested in the treats. Oh, is that nice? Okay, cool. And you see I'm offering the hand really nice and easily. Yes. And he can get that if he wants to. If my hand was open, he could eat these treats. And what I want him to do is start to, yes, I'm going to mark when he's coming off of the hand. Most dogs, when you start teaching this, will go a little bit more crazy. They'll start to claw the hand a little bit. Yes, and you see he's starting to offer behaviour in order to get it, which is lovely. Good boy. Yes, nice. So it's really important that the hand is easily accessible. We're not teaching them that we're controlling a resource in order for them to get it. Good. We're teaching them that we want them to do something in order to get those treats, and generally that do something is to back away from the treats. So I'm just going to G Timon up a bit, see if I can get him a little bit hyper. Ready? Get it. Get it. Okay, so now we're going to have another go. Yes, good. So you see he's coming off of that hand. He's allowed to have a sniff, that's absolutely fine. Most dogs will try and have a lick. He used to paw a lot. So now I'm going to very, very slowly start to open my hand. Again, it's nice and reachable. Yes. And it's not a case of me removing it from them. It's a case of him deciding to hang back from it. Get it? So you just don't, when you're doing this, don't do the get it's and throw some treats around. This is just for me to try and G him up a little bit. What's this? And get him slightly, tease him a little bit because he's been really good at this, which I wasn't really expecting. So if he goes for them, yes, or if I think he's going to go for them, then I'm going to just close my hand. I'm not going to move my hand away. Well, it's really important that we don't yank our hand out the way, because then we're teaching the dog that if they go for the treats, we're going to take our hand away rather than setting them up to make the right decision. I was going to ask if that makes sense, but I'm talking to a video. So once we're starting to open the hand, good. We're literally just going to open it, and if at any point he's going to go for it, I'm just going to close my fist and not take it away, but wait for him to come off again in order to give him some of the treats. So, break some of these up again, shall we? Get it. Get it. Get it. Good. So he really has the idea that he needs to wait in order to get the food. And where I'm G'ing him up a little bit, the movement is going to be really difficult for him to come down from. If I have my hand open so that he's walking into the hand, he's going to struggle a lot more than if he was sat still. So, yeah, there we're just going to close. So he thinks he has to do a sit in order to get them, which is absolutely fine. He doesn't have to do anything else. And some dogs, eventually, once you start to do a little bit of this, dogs will start to offer behaviours that they know pay well. So generally sit down, and anything else you may have taught them recently. And that is absolutely fine. So now that he is, so there we go. We need him to just start to increase the duration. Now that he's getting good at this. Good lad. So ideally I'd be holding my hand higher and just worried that it's not being filmed on the camera. I'm going to start to move my hand around a little bit again. Good. Just to make it that little bit harder for him. Awesome, bud. So he was going to go for it there, but actually he changed his mind and decided to hang back, which was really, really nice. It's all about teaching him to make the right choice, so he's allowed to choose wrong. That's absolutely fine. And I'm just setting him up to make the right choice. Good. So now that he's doing better with it, I'm feeding almost on top of the other treats so that he learns even if I give him one, he's still got to hang back from them. Good boy. That was super. So he's going to go for it there. And you see, when he is going to go for the treats, I am just closing my hand. I'm not waving my arm around or anything like that. Good boy, get it. Good boy. I'm not pulling my arm away. I'm just literally closing my fist. It's that easy. There's nothing in there, mate. It's not a case of taking the food away at all. If you're struggling with that, what you can do is sit on a sofa and rest your elbow of the hand that has the treats in on your knee, because if you do that, it reminds you to not move your arm essentially, so then you can work on just opening and closing your hand rather than taking the whole hand away. Let me know how you get on with that. If you've got any questions, please ask about them. There'll be another tutorial on impulse control next week, and we'll be using some of the concepts from It's Your Choice to build up to working with moving food on the ground and things like that. Yeah, I hope you have a good time with it. Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help, or if there's anything you've got questions on and would like maybe an article on or some research. I'm very happy to help. Fab, guys. Bye.